Delhi. Good morning to you, Nikhil. I'm sure there's a celebratory aura there. There's going to be a dinner that's going to be hosted in the national capital by Prime Minister Modi for the president-elect. Tell us, what does Draupadi Murmu's schedule for the day look like?
Well, Shilpa, we are currently reporting from inside the residence of Droupadi Murmu, and many of the people have already started arriving here. We are currently showing you the scenes from inside the residence. These are the visuals. You can see the stage is already set. Yesterday at this place the program was held, the congratulatory program, and today what we have been told, Shilpa, is that a tribal group is set to perform in a short while from now. They are going to come from different background, different states, and also G. Kishan Reddy, who is the MOS home, he has already arrived here. He is looking after all the arrangements for today. We are also being told that these CMs of different states, they are also supposed to arrive here one by one, and the program is set to start. And even we are being told that the lunch is also being prepared for all those people who would be coming here to greet her. And as told by senior political editor Maria Shakil as well, that tonight all the BJP ruled state CMs, they are going to gather at a place where Home Minister Amit Shah and PM Narendra Modi, also President Ramnath Kovind and newly elect Droupadi Murmu, they are going to grace the event in presence of all the CMs of different states. So this is the program for today. But so far, even the priest of Tirupati Balaji, he has arrived here to bless her in the best possible way. These are the other side of the visuals. I would urge my camera person to show you the visuals that the people have already started arriving here. And if we talk about the outside the residence, there is heavy security cover, Shilpa, which has been given not only by the Delhi police but by central agency as well. Outside the residence there is deployment of CRPF, there is deployment of private security, even the frisking points have been set up. So these are the scenes that we are currently reporting from, and in a short while from now we will see that many of the big leaders, many of the state leaders, many of the district leaders, particularly from the tribal community, from SC/ST community and different state CM, they are all set to come here at the residence to greet Droupadi Murmu. Shilpa.
Nikhil, we also saw a large percentage of cross-voting there, which indicates that the opposition also supports Droupadi Murmu. Now, so far, we know that PM Modi visited Madam President at her residence yesterday to congratulate her, along with BJP Chief JP Nadda. Have any opposition members also come to her residence, especially because now that she's been elected president, there is no fear of openly showing support, and also it would be seen as a gesture of goodwill?
Well, Shilpa, that's right, because so far nobody from the opposition party leaders, they have come here in person, but now since she has been elected as the new president of India, many of the leaders from the opposition party as well, they are expected to arrive here. In fact, the tweets are already out by the opposition party leader. We have seen the reaction of Mamta Banerjee. She has congratulated her and also said that the country is going to benefit it from her experience, from the background that she has been coming in. We have seen the congratulatory tweet from Rahul Gandhi as well, and we have seen that different leaders, different opposition party leaders, they are continuously greeting the president-elect. So definitely we can see that many of the leaders, they could come here in person at the residence of Droupadi Murmu to greet her, at this particular place. Also, when we talk about cross-voting, there are so many MPs as well, MLAs as well, from non-NDA background, from non-BJP background. They, in fact, cross-voted yesterday, and this is the reason why historic win we can see for the president-elect Droupadi Murmu. She got close to 64% overall vote in terms of the presidential election. So definitely many of the opposition party leaders, now that she has been elected, they are also going to come here in person. Shilpa.
Well, that's a festive mood there, Nikhil, where you're at. That's her residence, and you're telling us there's going to be a performance, a tribal performance. In fact, she is from the tribal community, and about 10 crore people in India are members of that community. It's a very significant move by BJP there. Also, there'll be a dinner later tonight, but there's also going to be a lunch that's going to be hosted. A whole host of celebrations, Nikhil. Can you also get us a few reactions from where you're at, from the people already present there for the celebrations and how they feel about being a part of this rather historic day?
Okay, so let's take a quick reaction from some of the people who are already here. मैम, आपसे हम शुरुआत करते हैं. आप लाइव हैं, एक मिनट अगर आप खड़ी हो जाएं. यू आर लाइव ऑन CNN News 18. थोड़ा सा अपना परिचय आप दे दीजिए कि आप यहाँ पे हैं, तो आई एम श्योर कि आपका कुछ हिस्सा होगा, भागीदारी होगी. कैसे आप यहाँ हैं और किस तरीके से पूरी जिस तरीके से चुना गया है, जो इलेक्शंस हुए, किस तरीके से आप देखती हैं?
देखिए, हम लोग को अलाउ नहीं है, हम तो व्यवस्था देख रहे हैं यहाँ.
व्यवस्था आप देख रहे हैं तो बहुत अच्छी बात है. बताइए क्या प्रोग्राम यहाँ शेड्यूल किए गए हैं आज के लिए? प्रोग्राम कुछ तो डिसाइड हुआ?
अभी कुछ VIPs आएंगे तो जो मैडम है उनसे मिलेंगी, बस यही हम लोगों को पता.
डिफरेंट स्टेट से CMs वगैरह और ट्राइबल ग्रुप कल्चरल
प्रोग्राम्स होंगे, तो थोड़ा उनके अभिनंदन के लिए जो प्रोग्राम्स चलेंगे तो वही यहाँ पर होने वाला है.
Okay, so clearly, Shilpa, many of the people who are part of the program, and we can expect that some of the dignitaries, as mentioned by her as well, some of the VVIPs, they are expected to come here in a short while from now, including CMs, including the dance program as well. Sir, आप BJP पार्टी से हैं, किस तरीके से आज का दिन आप देखते हैं? और आपसे भी जानना चाहूँगा, आपको थोड़ी बहुत जानकारी होगी, क्या कुछ आज देखने को मिलेगा?
आज बहुत ही हर्ष व माहौल का दिन है. एक दलित बिटिया को और जनजाति की बिटिया को आज इस पद पे बैठालने से पूरे देश में आज गर्व का अनुभव महसूस किया जा रहा है.
गर्व का पल जरूर है. आप अपने बारे में भी बताइए, आप कहां से हैं, कहां से ताल्लुकात रखते हैं, आप यहां पे आए हैं?
जी, मैं छत्तीसगढ़ से डॉक्टर श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी विचार मंच का प्रदेश का संयोजक हूँ.
ठीक है. समय कम है सर, माफी चाहता हूँ. सो क्लियरली यू कैन सी नॉट जस्ट फ्रॉम द नेशनल कैपिटल दिल्ली, बट पीपल हैव अराइव्ड हियर फ्रॉम डिफरेंट स्टेट्स, एंड नाउ वी हैव हर्ड दैट छत्तीसगढ़ एज वेल पीपल आर कमिंग फ्रॉम डिफरेंट स्टेट्स. दे आर पार्ट ऑफ द प्रोग्राम. मेनी ऑफ द पीपल आर ऑलरेडी हियर. द ऑफिशियल्स आर हियर हु आर लुकिंग आफ्टर द सिक्योरिटी अरेंजमेंट्स एंड ऑल्सो द अरेंजमेंट्स व्हिच आर सेट टू टेक प्लेस इन अ शॉर्ट व्हाइल फ्रॉम नाउ. शिल्पा.
Thank you very much for those details, Nikhil. Also, let's take a look at Madam President's journey.
India's 15th president, India's first tribal president, first president born after independence. Draupadi Murmu is a woman of many firsts.
इसी कालखंड में देश को नए राष्ट्रपति, नए उपराष्ट्रपति, उनका मार्गदर्शन प्रारंभ होगा.
Nearly 5,000 MPs and MLAs across the country voted on 18th July to elect the newest occupant of the Raisina Hill.
श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू, इनको राष्ट्रपति का प्रत्याशी घोषित किया गया है NDA की तरफ से.
With the numbers stacked overwhelmingly in the favor of the NDA, Draupadi Murmu's election was high on symbolism and less about the numbers game. An election which is witnessing the changing political axis. A selection that has placed the opposition camp in a quandary. Uddhav Thackeray, forced by the Shiva Sena MPs, broke ranks from allies in Mahavikas Aghadi to back her. TDP's Chandrababu Naidu came out to even campaign for her in Andhra Pradesh. Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, India's only tribal party, had to support as well. After all, she had served as the governor of Jharkhand.
मेरे जो फैमिली बहुत गरीबी है, गरीबी थोड़ा मैं फाइनेंस सियाली उनको सपोर्ट करूं, इसीलिए थोड़ा पढ़ लिख के ऐसा बन जाऊं कि मुझे थोड़ा नौकरी मिल जाए. लेकिन मुझे पॉलिटिक्स में जाना, ये गवर्नर बनना, ये मैं कभी सोची नहीं थी.
64-year-old Draupadi Murmu, low profile and soft-spoken, has generally steered clear of controversy. She was also the only governor to complete a full term in office in Jharkhand, which has had 10 governments in its 2 decades of existence.
जो सेंट्रल ने हम मेरा बहन का नाम लिया ना, हम लोग बहुत खुश में, रायरंगपुर के बासिंदा सब खुश में है। आदिवासी महिला की पहले जो चुना गया ना, वही सबसे खुशी बात है।
पूरा रायरंगपुर के साथ ही उनका बहुत अच्छा संपर्क रहा है। सबका उन्होंने हमेशा साथ और सहयोग दिया और बहुत ही प्यार भरा संपर्क रहा है उनका सबों के साथ में। हमारे किसी भी प्रोग्राम में वो हमेशा आगे रहते थे और सबकी बातें सुनते थे।
तो काउंसिलर से होके विधायक भी बन गए, विधायक बन के वो बेस्ट अवार्ड भी उनको मिला है, नीलकंठ पुरस्कार मिला है उनको। उसके बाद वो मंत्री भी बने, सबका साथ मिल के काम करते हैं।
In the 1990s, her work with the Santhal organization caught the attention of the BJP's Raj Kishore Das. Back then, it was a party that did not have much political influence in the state. Seeing potential in Murmu, he asked her to contest for councillor in the Rairangpur Notified Area Council. In 1997, she became councillor and later vice chairperson of the Rairangpur Corporation.
2000 में 90 से 5 साल का ये तो आप जानते हैं टर्म होता है, लेकिन बीच में मुझे जब जनरल इलेक्शन आ गया, मुझे 2000 में टिकट दिया गया। उन्होंने कहा आपको तो लड़ना है, मैंने बोला मेरे बच्चे छोटे छोटे हैं, मुझे ये तो काउंसिलर में थी, वाइस चेयरमैन थी, तो टाउन के अंदर मुझे घूमना पड़ता था। फिर अभी तो मुझे पूरा क्षेत्र में घूमना पड़ेगा, तो टाइम नहीं दे पाऊंगी। फिर मुझे थोड़ा, मैंने बोला ठीक है चलिए। बच्चे भी बोले ठीक है माँ, तुम लड़ना चाहती हो तो लड़ो।
She served twice as a BJP MLA in Orissa and also worked as a minister in the Naveen Patnaik government from the 2002 to 2004, when the BJP and Biju Janata Dal ran a coalition government. She was awarded the Neelkant Award for the Best Legislator by the Orissa Legislative Assembly. Droupadi Murmu's candidature signifies the BJP's efforts to bring the tribal and other marginalized communities to the mainstream. A convincing example of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. The move comes ahead of assembly elections in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. The 4 states have 128 seats reserved for scheduled tribes, of which the BJP had won just 35 in the last assembly elections. The BJP is also hoping that her candidature will strengthen its political hold in Orissa and get a foothold in Jharkhand, where it lost the elections in 2019.
आज भी हम कहते हैं कि आदिवासियों में ओडिशा में संथाल प्रोग्रेसिव है, लेकिन इतना भी प्रोग्रेसिव नहीं है कि वो दूसरों के साथ कॉम्पीट कर पाए। इसीलिए और भी थोड़ा अभी भी फाउंडेशन स्टेज में है। आगे जाने के लिए महिला को और पुरुष को दोनों को आगे आना होगा, जैसे परिवार चलाने के लिए दोनों की आवश्यकता है।
In 2017, as governor, Murmu returned 2 controversial bills, the Chotanagar Tenancy Act and Santhal Pargana Tenancy Act, in view of the widespread agitation from tribes after the state sought to dilute their rights over their land. This move against the then CM of the BJP, Raghubar Das, cemented her as the real custodian of tribal aspirations and tribal cause. Droupadi Murmu got support of MLAs across party lines, polling over 60% of votes. Her elevation as the president reflects the triumph of the spirit of new resilient India, where any citizen can rise to occupy the highest constitutional office of India. In New Delhi, this is Maria Shakil.